Hey guys, last night I was in Battleground and I saw Trinity and I knew Trinity had the Wind and Water Sylph. I didn't know she had it on her, but at the beginning of the Battleground I asked for a couple fights and she was very nice and obliged me and so we went ahead and got one in. It turns out the fight actually takes quite a while and we both have well, it seems like Trinity has pretty good dark resistance, and I have enough water resistance that it's okay. I have lots of wind resistance, but my water resistance is the only one that's really relevant here because it's the lower of the two. So I'm sitting around 7k water resistance or so. And Trinity, I'm not totally sure how much dark, but I imagine quite a bit. And because Trinity has the heals from all the the water skills on this Sylph, she's actually going for quite a while. I try and do a decent timing with my Devil's Gaze to try and reduce some of the healing, but maybe I got, yeah, okay, so there's one heal. But regardless, it takes quite a while. That said, the Sylph looks great in the gameplay. I didn't really like it in the preview. It looks sort of funky and I don't know, it just looks a little bit weird in the Sylph tab, but once it's in gameplay, it looks pretty good. There's a steal, and really steal is, I mean, if they got rid of the steal, you don't get all the skills that were possible for Wind and Water Sylphs available once they're merged. But if they got rid of steal, I think this Sylph would be totally useless. But because steal is still in play, it has some interesting Delphics with shields and stuff. Really just an awesome support Sylph. Sorry, I was trying to show Trinity stats in the middle of this fight and I just ended up with something weird, and it doesn't really matter there. I think something was going on and those stats did not look right, or there's, I don't know. Anyway, at the end I show all the stats and it's fine. I show some of the other Wind and Water Sylphs that are floating around right now. I think I've heard about at least 3 or 4 of these, maybe even more. I think, and then more people are making Loki and Odin. Definitely now that they changed the way the skills work, people are more inclined to make these merge Sylphs. I still think it's really pretty pricey. I'm surprised how many people are still willing to do it. But I guess the big roadblock for a lot of people was the skill cost, and now that we can get free skills and you can forget skills very easily, so people think it's more tolerable and are willing to put the money in. I think even with some of the skills being free and being able to forget the skills just using 300 pound balance, the cost is still, you're looking probably at a couple $1,000s. Between the merge cost, if you're lucky, you can get one of those $150 skills for free, then that's great. But you probably still need to buy some of those, and then there's also the upgrade materials. So well, maybe you can get under $2,000 now. I have to think about the math a little bit carefully. If you want one of the the second evolution versions, so if you wanted Frigga or Odin, then I think it's still pretty expensive because you need a lot of moon dust and a lot of moon rocks and some of those elemental little elemental crests or whatever to do those upgrades. So it's not easy. Here I said this is taking a while, and so Trinity was about to give up, but I didn't want her to. I wanted to go ahead and do a fight. Especially, she's at the advantage. If anybody should give up right now, it should be me. At the beginning it seemed more even, but later on I started to notice the resistance disadvantage a little bit. Trinity is also very strong, and so I think her stats, are going to hold up quite nicely against me. I don't think the skills that she have are totally ideal. She has the Delphic, she has Steel, and then, well, I mean, she has the heals, she has the shield, so it's just not very offensive. So go ahead and compare our stats. Her physical attack does not look too huge. I'm not sure how accurate these stats are in rankings, but and so defense, I mean, huge physical defense, so that's not good against somebody who plays a dark pet as much as myself, and big time HP, but otherwise, she has both the legendary, Halidom, and artifact. I'm working on that. I'm getting close. Hopefully for Class Wars I can have it, but doing that many EFL runs is killing me. A couple of level 11 dark resistance crystals, and level 8 will crystals. And myself, my resistances are pretty good. But again, that water resistance at 7,300 or so, and so it's not quite gonna cut it against a Frigga, at least not against a player with over 4 million BR. And so yeah, so there are my crystals. What else? Oh, but my reduced res is quite good though. My dimensions aren't anything to brag about at the moment, but even so, my reduced res is probably better. Taking a look at Sylph rankings here, Nutella's down to number 32. Used to be somewhere in like the top 15 Sylphs, or maybe even top 10, but right now, not the case. So seeing some more merge Sylphs. Trying to find Ray made of Frigga, and that's the big one, and I think we're going to be seeing that in Class Wars, so I look forward to that. But anyway, just want to show a little video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, have a good day.